Chosen one, you didn't find this message. This message found you. Right now, something in your spirit is awakening, and you can feel it. This isn't just another video you stumbled across while scrolling. This is a divine interruption, a sacred invitation. And if you're listening to this, it means heaven has just placed you on spiritual alert, because your moment has come. Your life is about to shift, and nothing will ever be the same. God has been quietly preparing you behind the scenes. Through the storms, through the silence, through every season where you question your purpose, your pain, and your path. But hear me clearly, none of it was random. Everything you've gone through has been leading up to this exact moment in time. The moment where what was hidden in you gets activated. The moment where destiny speaks and you finally respond. There is a divine alignment taking place in the spirit realm right now, and you've been chosen to receive it. I'm not here to hype you up. I'm here to tell you the truth. You were never ordinary. You were never meant to blend in. You've always been marked, set apart, called for something greater. And now heaven is opening a door that no man can shut. But here's the catch, this shift is not automatic. It requires your participation, your yes, your surrender. That's why I'm not just talking at you. I'm calling you to rise with me. If your spirit is burning with confirmation right now, don't keep it to yourself. Comment, "Thank you, Jesus," if you feel something breaking loose in your soul. Type 777 if you know you're stepping into divine alignment. Share this message with someone else who needs to be awakened, because this isn't just for you, it's part of a greater movement, a spiritual revolution of the chosen ones. This shift is going to stir things inside of you that have been sleeping. Spiritual gifts you didn't know you had, wisdom you thought you lost, strength you forgot was there. But don't be surprised when everything around you begins to shift too. Relationships will change. Old patterns will fall away. Environments that no longer match your vibration will begin to reject you, and that's a sign that you're rising. Chosen one, hear me. This is your moment of metamorphosis. You are not who you were, and you will never return to that version of yourself again. You've outgrown the shell of survival. Now you're stepping into supernatural purpose. This is not just spiritual hype. This is reality aligned with prophecy. God is not just trying to bless you. He's trying to awaken the warrior in you, the leader in you, the light in you. And you don't have time to doubt it anymore. You don't have time to play small. You don't have time to wait for confirmation from people who were never called to understand you. The heavens have already spoken, and the timing is now. So what do you do next? You say yes, you prepare, you align, you fast, you pray, you cut off what's draining you. You protect your peace like it's sacred, because it is. You let go of the version of you that was trying to survive and make space for the version that's about to lead. Chosen one, I need you to lock in. Comment below, share this message, subscribe to this channel, not for views, but for accountability. Because once you say yes, heaven begins to move. And once heaven moves, there is no turning back. This is your hour. This is your call. And the world has no idea what's about to rise through you. Let them watch, let them wonder. But you walk boldly into your next dimension. The cosmic shift, a sacred dialogue between you and God. Chosen one, pause, breathe. Let this moment settle in your spirit. You did not land here by chance. What you are about to receive is not information. It is a divine encounter. A sacred message wrapped in fire and truth, meant for you and you alone. Right now, the heavens are leaning close, and the voice of the Almighty is stirring something deep within you. This is not just a cosmic shift. This is a divine visitation. You are standing at the edge of something vast, something eternal. And while the world sees chaos, you are being called into clarity. While others drown in noise, God is whispering to you through silence. This shift is not some abstract energy floating in space. It is God Himself moving toward you. This is the moment your soul has been waiting for. A meeting not in a temple built by man, but in the secret sanctuary of your heart, where you and the Creator meet face to face. He's been calling, and now you're finally still enough to hear Him. Let me ask you, what is God saying to you right now? Don't rush to answer. Close your eyes. Ask Him. Father, what do you want from me in this season of awakening? Then listen, not with your ears, but with your spirit. This cosmic shift isn't just realignment. It's a personal activation. It's the moment God puts his hand on your shoulder and says, it's time. Time to stop hiding. Time to rise. Time to step into the version of you I saw when I first formed you. You see, chosen one, before the stars were hung, before the oceans had names, God already designed this moment for you. This isn't a wave of change passing by. This is your divine appointment. The shift is not outside you, it is in you. God is stirring your DNA, awakening spiritual codes buried deep within your soul. Old ways are crumbling, old fears are falling, because the glory of who you truly are is beginning to emerge. The universe is not just realigning, it is responding to the frequency of heaven being released through you. God is reprogramming your inner world so you can carry his light into this next season with authority. This is not a surface-level elevation. This is soul-deep reconstruction. So I want you to do something sacred tonight. At 3 a.m., when the veil between the natural and spiritual is thinnest, get up, go to a quiet place, bring your journal, and write a letter to let it pour out of you, your fears, your doubts, your longings. Then pause and let him speak back. Write what you hear. That's not your imagination. That's your connection. In this divine hour, you will not just feel change. You will become change. This shift is not temporary. It is transformational. You will begin to sense it in small ways first. A conversation that convicts you, a dream that won't let you go, a thought that lingers longer than it should. That's God. He's not trying to impress you. He's trying to awaken you. And you're ready. You've been carrying questions no one could answer. You felt misplaced in rooms full of people. You've been aching for something more. And now the answer has come. Not in thunder, not in fire, but in this sacred moment of realization. You were never abandoned. You were being prepared. This shift will open your spiritual eyes. You'll begin to see through deception. You'll recognize patterns that once enslaved you. You'll feel things others are numb to. That's not sensitivity, it's spiritual sight. God is giving you keys to the unseen. And yes, your transformation will disturb some people. When you rise, others will feel exposed. Don't shrink, don't explain, just shine. Because your elevation is a mirror, and not everyone is ready to see themselves clearly. But you are ready to lead. Because this cosmic shift isn't just about you, it's about what God will do through you. Your obedience will awaken others. Your alignment will activate destinies. Your yes will break generational patterns. You are not a bystander in this hour. You are a carrier of divine disruption. Chosen one, it's time. Right now, I want you to respond. Type, "I'm ready, Lord," in the comments. Not just for me, but to mark this moment in time. To declare it in the spirit. To say to heaven and to hell, I know who I am. I know why I'm here. And I will not miss my moment. Then share this message, because there's someone else out there, another chosen one, who needs to be awakened. And you may be the voice God uses to shake them out of slumber. This is more than a shift. This is your divine commissioning. Let your light rise. Let your voice thunder. Let your purpose ignite, because the heavens have already declared it. You are not who you used to be. You are not where you used to be, and you will never return to the old again. The shift has come. The voice of God has spoken. And your time is now. Why tonight? The sacred timing of your awakening. Chosen one, let me ask you something. Have you ever wondered why, out of all the nights in your life, it's this one that feels different? Why tonight of all nights, your spirit feels stirred, your mind is alert, and your heart is pounding with a sense of divine anticipation? That's not coincidence. That's alignment. You are not just living through a moment. You are standing in the middle of a divine appointment, a sacred hour orchestrated not by man, not by stars, but by God himself. And heaven is speaking loudly. The veil is thinner. The air feels charged. And deep inside, something in you knows. This is it. You've been marked for this, prepared for this. And now the shift has arrived, not just around you, but within you. This is not a generic wave of spiritual energy. No, this is personal. This is God calling you by name. So I ask you again, why tonight? because tonight is the convergence, the moment when divine timing meets your readiness, a supernatural collision between preparation and purpose. This cosmic shift is not a random occurrence in the vastness of space. It is a holy intersection of spirit and destiny, and you are the bridge. Heaven moves on rhythm, divine timing flows in cycles, and this very moment is not one to be analyzed, but to be entered. The doors of heaven are swinging open, and the Spirit of God is saying, "Come up here." But are you listening? God doesn't move on your schedule. He moves when your soul is ready, even if your mind doubts it. And tonight, God sees you as ready to carry more light, ready to receive more wisdom, ready to finally stop shrinking and step into the identity He authored before time began. Let this settle deep in your bones. You are not behind. You are right on time. Every pain, every detour, every delay, it all had a purpose. You thought it was loss. God knew it was positioning. You thought it was silence. God called it setup. And now, after all the fire, all the crushing, all the hidden seasons, He's calling you to rise. The stars above are aligned, yes. But more importantly, your spirit is aligned. That's the real shift. You're not waiting for the heavens to move. Heaven is waiting for you to say yes. So what is this cosmic energy you're feeling tonight? It's divine acceleration. A sacred wind pushing you into higher awareness. A call to release the old version of you, the one that operated in fear, insecurity, and confusion, and awaken the you that walks in clarity, fire, and bold obedience. This is not about hype. This is about holy urgency. God is not just giving you a moment. He's giving you a mantle. You've been refined, you've been tested, and now your revelation is ready. Everything you've walked through has led to this opening, this sacred pause in time where your life splits into two directions, before the shift and after it. Let me ask you, what are you still clinging to that can't go with you into the next realm? What truth have you been ignoring that God keeps bringing back to your spirit? What would your life look like if you actually believed you were chosen? Don't answer too quickly. Sit with it, write it down. Better yet, tonight at 3:00 a.m., get still, get quiet, light a candle, take your journal, and write a letter to God. Tell Him everything you've been afraid to say out loud, and then ask Him, "Lord, what do you want me to do with what you've given me?" Then listen, you'll be surprised what comes through the silence. Because this isn't about being religious, it's about being real, raw, available. This is the hour for honest encounters, for divine downloads, for God to speak directly into the deepest caverns of your soul. Chosen one, tonight is holy. The universe is not only aligning for you, it's responding to you. The spiritual realm is echoing your obedience, your prayers, your tears. The door is open, the wind is moving, and you have a choice to make. Will you walk through or stay behind? There won't be another night like this. These alignments, both spiritual and celestial, don't just come and go. They are rare, weighty, prophetic. This is not another motivational moment. This is a prophetic shift. And if you miss it, you'll feel it, not in guilt, but in the ache of what could have been. So what are you going to do with it? Your yes tonight will not only transform your life, it will create ripples across generations. That's how serious this is. You're not just here for you. You're here as a forerunner, a pioneer, a blueprint for others who don't even know what's waking up inside them yet. When you rise, you raise the frequency of the room. When you align, you make space for others to break free. When you say yes, you remind someone else they can. You were never meant to play small. You were meant to ignite. So don't just feel this energy, respond to it. Comment below, "I received the shift." Write your letter, speak your prayer, share this message. Let this not be a video you scroll past, but a moment you step into. Because this is more than timing, it's divine summoning. God is standing at the edge of your spirit, calling you into the next dimension of your purpose. He's not asking for perfection, He's asking for your yes. Just as you are, right now. With all your questions, your flaws, your faith. The door is open, the wind is rising, and the shift is here. Will you step in? The final hour, What the shift unlocks within you. Chosen one, tonight is not just another night, it is a sacred summons. A divine orchestration written into your life's timeline before you even took your first breath. You may not see it yet, but heaven has been setting this moment in motion for generations. And now here you are, called, awakened, aligned. What does that mean for you? It means the universe isn't just moving around you, it's moving through you. It means the timing of your awakening wasn't delayed. It was perfectly timed. It means that everything, every trial, every silence, every unanswered prayer was preparation for what is about to be unlocked in your soul tonight. Let me ask you something. What if the weight you've been carrying wasn't punishment, but a sign that power was building inside of you? What if the ache in your chest wasn't weakness, but the stretching of a spirit getting ready to expand? Because tonight is expansion. This is the moment where divine energy collides with human readiness. The shift isn't a cosmic event floating somewhere above the sky. The shift is in you. It is sacred fire cracking open old shells, burning away what no longer belongs, and revealing the version of you that heaven has been waiting for. Yes, it will be intense. Yes, it will shake you, but when the ground beneath you trembles, it's not destruction, it's birthing. And with that comes clarity. Suddenly you'll hear God's voice in ways you never have before. Not because he just started speaking, but because you finally started listening from the depths of your soul. Out of nowhere, you'll understand things you didn't even know you needed to know. Answers will appear not as whispers, but as undeniable truths echoing from within. You won't just receive revelation, you'll become revelation. Can you feel it already? The veil thinning, the atmosphere shifting. The questions rising in your spirit that no one else around you seems to be asking. Why now? Why me? What is heaven preparing me to carry? Don't ignore those questions. Sit with them. Write them down. Let them pull you into divine dialogue with the one who made you. In fact, I invite you, tonight when the world is quiet, take 10 minutes to write a letter to God. Ask him the questions your mouth never had the courage to speak out loud. Then wait. The answers may not come in sentences. They may come in visions, emotions, or sudden peace, but they will come. And when they do, everything inside you will shift, because your connection with God is no longer an idea. It becomes your reality. You won't need proof of his presence. You will be the proof. Your prayer life won't feel like a ritual. It will feel like conversation, like breath, like home. You'll walk through the day aware of divine presence in every moment. Every heartbeat will echo with the rhythm of heaven. But transformation doesn't come without resistance. And tonight, the shift will unearth buried pain. Yes, you will feel it. That old grief, that wound you thought was healed, the betrayal you tried to forget, the fear you silenced with busyness. It will rise, but not to punish you, to free you, because you cannot rise while carrying the weight of what God never intended for you to hold. You cannot awaken while still numbing what your spirit is ready to confront. You cannot soar while dragging chains made from lies you believed about yourself. So tonight, let it break. Let it burn. Let it go. Don't fight the tears. They are not weakness. They are cleansing. Don't run from the emotion. It's not chaos, it's healing. Every surge of anger, every wave of sadness, every crack in your voice is the sound of your soul shedding old skin. The divine is purging what doesn't belong in your next chapter. Let it fall away. Because after the breaking comes the becoming. This is your rebirth moment. The night where the old you fades into memory and the divine version of you begins to emerge. And no, it won't happen all at once. But tonight is the ignition, the spark, the sacred yes that begins the unfolding of who you really are. So I ask you, chosen one, are you willing to let the fire change you? Are you willing to release your grip on the old so your hands can hold what is holy? Are you ready to stop asking for permission and finally walk in your God-ordained identity? Because the shift is not asking for your perfection, it's asking for your surrender. God is already here. The energy is already rising. The heavens are already open. Now all that's left is your response. The embodied shift. When heaven moves through your body, mind, and spirit, chosen one, there will be moments when the shift hits you like a wave, and you won't have words to explain it. You may cry without knowing why. You may laugh at the cord breaking loose inside you. You may feel overcome by emotions so intense it takes your breath away. And yet, beneath it all, you'll sense something sacred. You are being cleansed. These aren't random feelings. This is not emotional chaos. This is the divine reaching inside the deepest parts of you and saying, "Let me in." And yes, your body will respond. Some of you will feel a heat rising in your chest. Others, a tingling in your hands or feet, a lightness in your head, a pull to move, to dance, to lie still, to pray. You might feel like you're floating, or like the ground beneath you just shifted. That's not imagination. That's alignment. Your body, chosen one, is not a vessel to ignore. It's a sacred instrument in the symphony of your awakening. The shift is not just something you observe from a distance. It is something you embody. So when the urge comes to rest, rest. When you feel drawn to stretch, stretch. When your soul whispers, "Be still," then stillness becomes your sanctuary. Your body knows how to receive the movement of God if only you'll let it. But this shift doesn't stop at the physical. Your mind is being transformed too. Thoughts that once swirled in confusion will begin to still. Suddenly, the noise of the world, the expectations, the pressure, the distractions will feel far less important. And in their place, clarity, sharp, certain, unshakable. You will begin to think from a place higher than logic. Decisions that used to weigh you down will feel lighter because they're no longer filtered through fear, they're flowing through faith. And that chosen one is what happens when your mind aligns with your spirit. But let's be honest, it won't always feel easy. Transformation rarely is. There will be moments you question what's happening to you. You'll ask yourself, is this real? You may wonder, am I imagining this shift, or is something truly awakening inside me? You may feel unsure, untethered, even a little afraid. And that's okay, because uncertainty is often the door to revelation. Because being shaken is sometimes how we're rebuilt. Because even in the tremble, God is still steady. So when doubt rises, breathe. Breathe deep. Let the breath itself become your anchor. With every inhale, imagine divine light filling your lungs. With every exhale, release what no longer serves you. Fear, tension, control. Let it go. Your breath is your rhythm of surrender. It is your way of saying to God, "I trust you even in what I don't understand." But that's not all. I want to give you more than words. I want to give you a path. So here are a few sacred practices to help you stay grounded during this shift. 1. Stay connected to your breath. This isn't just about air, it's about energy. Breath is spirit. The Hebrew word for spirit is ruach. Breath, wind, life. When you breathe with intention, you are literally syncing yourself with the life force of God. 2. Return to the present. Your mind may try to replay the past or predict the future, but the shift isn't happening back there or out ahead. It's happening now, so pause. Look around. Feel your feet on the ground. Listen to the silence between your thoughts. This moment holds power. Don't miss it. 3. Practice gratitude. Yes, even now, especially now. Gratitude is not a cliche, it's a weapon. It shifts your frequency. It opens your heart. It prepares the soil of your soul for more revelation. Say thank you for what is, even as you wait for what's coming. And most of all, expect the unexpected. You might have thought your awakening would come with calm whispers, but instead it arrives like a thunderclap. You might have thought it would come in peace, but it shows up in the shaking. And yet every moment is divine, because you, chosen one, are not just stepping into something new. You are becoming someone new. And this version of you is no longer bound by fear, no longer held back by delay, no longer dimming your light to make others comfortable. The shift has arrived. You are being called to embody the Spirit, to let God not just speak through you, but move through you, to let your mind think His thoughts, to let your body reflect His glory, to let your heart carry His fire. So stay grounded, stay surrendered, and trust the process, even when it breaks you wide open. Because in the breaking, there is beauty, and in the beauty, there is birth. And in that birth, there is you, reborn, realigned, and rising. The rise of the chosen ones. Your divine assignment begins now. Chosen one, this is not a drill. This is not preparation. This is the moment heaven has been preparing you for. Right now, as the fabric of reality begins to shift, the world is not just entering a new phase. It's entering a divine transition, and you are the catalyst. You are not on the sidelines of this cosmic shift. You are the spark that ignites it. You've been called, not someday, not when it's convenient, now. The heavens didn't choose you to witness the awakening from a distance. You were chosen to lead it. Let this truth settle deep into your bones. You are central to this movement, not an accessory to the plan, a pillar in it. God placed something within you that this generation needs, a frequency, a fire, a divine imprint. And as this shift unfolds, your role is being activated, not symbolically, but literally. You were born for this moment. You were shaped by fire for this hour. And now the call is loud, and the assignment is clear. You are here to guide others through a spiritual storm they don't yet understand. You are here to carry light into rooms still drowning in confusion. You are here to help awaken what's been sleeping in the souls of the people around you. But here's the truth that shakes your soul. You may not feel ready. You may still be processing your own pain. You may doubt your authority, your voice, your power, and yet God says, I chose you anyway. Not because you were perfect, but because you were willing to rise when others bowed, willing to speak when others stayed silent, willing to stand in the middle of the unknown and say, I was made for this. So let me ask you, what would happen if you stopped shrinking to fit into spaces God never designed for you? What if you stopped waiting for permission and stepped into dominion? What if you stopped whispering your truth and let it thunder through every atmosphere you enter? Because make no mistake, this shift will not wait. The cosmic energy moving right now is not subtle. It is forceful. It is prophetic, and it will pass by those who hesitate. But those who move with it, those who say yes to the calling, they will carry a power that changes everything. And that means you. You are not here to just feel the shift. You are here to embody it, to be the first one in the room to say, follow me. There's something sacred happening, and I know the way through. You may feel the weight of that leadership. Good, you should, because being chosen is not a cute label, it's a heavenly assignment. You've been entrusted with divine gifts, intuition, vision, spiritual discernment, healing energy, prophetic voice. But those gifts aren't just for your comfort, they are for the commission. They were given so you could give, so you could lead, so you could unlock the doors for those who are still trapped in spiritual slumber. And yes, there will be resistance. Not everyone will understand the transformation you have undergone. Some will doubt you, some will question your fire. But chosen one, their confusion is not your confirmation. You don't need their agreement. You already have God's approval. So stand tall, stand bold, and stand firm, because what's coming next will require your full authority. This shift isn't soft, it's not comfortable. It is awakening by fire, and you are the ones who will walk through the flames and emerge glowing with divine purpose. But hear this, it won't just affect you. Your decision to rise will create ripples. Ripples in your family, in your community, in your bloodline. You are not just breaking chains off yourself, you're breaking them off generations. You're not just healing your past, you're rewriting the future. Can you feel it? Can you sense how big this really is? This isn't about a personal breakthrough. This is about global spiritual alignment. You're not just participating in a moment, you're participating in a movement. The role of the chosen ones is not to sit back and observe. It is to ignite, inspire, activate, guide, heal, lead. And now more than ever, the world is watching for your light. The lost are looking for leaders. The weary are looking for warriors. The seekers are looking for shepherds. And guess what? God positioned you right in the middle of it all, not to question your readiness, but to declare, you were built for this. So what's left? Action. This is not the time to doubt, not the time to shrink, not the time to delay. This is the hour to move, to rise, to lead, to shine, to speak what God has placed in you, to unlock the divine strategy flowing through your spirit, to step into the highest expression of who you were created to be. Because if you don't move now, when? The alignment is here, the fire is here, the clarity is here. And now, chosen one, it's your move. Prepare or be left behind. A divine mandate for the chosen ones. Chosen one, this is your divine alert. The shift is not coming. It's already in motion. And the window for preparation is narrowing fast. This is not the time for passive spirituality, for casual faith, or for lukewarm devotion. This is a call to immediate alignment, a sacred command to rise, ready, and respond. Because make no mistake, this shift will not wait for your hesitation. It will not pause for your indecision. The energies descending upon the earth right now are not gentle nudges. They are cosmic currents sweeping through everything, and only those who are anchored, aligned, and activated will withstand the storm and emerge transformed. So the question is, will you be ready or will you be swept away? Preparation begins with a choice, a simple one but powerful. Will I step into the version of me that God has been calling forth? That question, if taken seriously, can shift your entire trajectory, because this isn't about checking off spiritual tasks. This is about reconstruction. This is about tearing down what's been built on fear, shame, and survival, and rebuilding on truth, light, and divine purpose. And it all starts within. You can't walk in divine authority while your inner world is still chaotic. You can't hear God clearly when the noise of anxiety drowns out his whisper. You can't carry new glory in an old wineskin. So now is the time to clean house, to renew your mind, reset your body, and realign your soul. Let's start with your spirit, your core, your sacred connection to the eternal. Meditation is not optional. It is your divine still point. In the stillness, you don't just calm your mind, you open your spirit. You're not escaping reality, you're tuning into a higher one. When you sit in silence, focused, surrendered, your spirit rises to meet the whispers of heaven. It's in those moments that revelation flows, not in sentences, but in presence, not in noise, but in knowing. So make the time. Carve out the silence. Visualize yourself rooted deep into the earth while divine light pours into your crown, flowing through every part of you. This isn't imagination, it's activation. And then pray. Not as performance, not as obligation, but as communion. Talk to God. Cry if you need to. Rage if you must, but don't go silent, because your words build bridges between realms. When you pray, you send signals into the spiritual dimension, and the heavens respond. Ask for insight. Ask for strength. Ask for God's hand to stretch across your path and prepare the way. Then listen. Look for signs. Watch for confirmations. They will come through conversations, dreams, sudden clarity, or undeniable peace. Your prayers are not floating into empty air. They are legislating your future. And as your soul expands, don't forget your body, the temple that holds your assignment. The cosmic shift may bring waves of disorientation, surges of energy, even spiritual vertigo. Ground yourself, root yourself, balance yourself, touch the earth, walk barefoot, sit in stillness beneath the sky. The planet you stand on is not just rock and soil, it is a living, breathing field of divine intelligence waiting to stabilize you. When you connect with the earth, you remind your spirit that it is safe to be here in this body, on this mission. And when the heaviness rises, when old pain resurfaces, when past wounds come knocking, don't suppress, cleanse, because you cannot ascend while carrying dead weight. This shift is going to shake every loose thing inside of you. You'll feel the pressure to purge, to cry, to release. Let it happen. It is not weakness. It is warfare. You are being emptied to be filled, and you are being broken to be rebuilt. You are being stripped to be crowned. Use sacred tools if needed. Sage, salt baths, energy clearing, crystals, yes. But don't rely on the ritual. Rely on your intention. It's not about what's in your hand, it's about what's in your heart. If you want to carry divine fire, your soul must be pure oil. So cleanse daily, clear constantly. Ask, what am I still holding that God never told me to carry? Then release it. The truth is this: preparation is protection. The ones who prepare will walk through the storm with peace. The ones who align will receive divine downloads the world isn't ready for. The ones who obey will step into acceleration no human can stop. The final alignment: rise strong or fall behind. Chosen one, let's get honest. You've been hearing about this cosmic shift, sensing its nearness, feeling its pressure building. But here's the truth most won't say out loud. You're not going to make it through this unless you prepare from the inside out. This isn't just about your spirit. It's not just about prayer or meditation. It's about the vessel, your body, your mind, your choices. Because when the heavens start moving, only those who are rooted in both soul and self will rise instead of unravel. This shift will not be gentle. It will not coddle you. It will demand energy, clarity, and divine alignment. And if your body is depleted, if your mind is distracted, if your emotions are fractured, you will feel the burn before you ever feel the blessing. That's why the greatest spiritual warriors of this hour aren't just those who pray. They're those who prioritize recovery. They rest with intention. They eat with awareness. They move with purpose. Because they know if the body breaks, the mission pauses. So let me ask you, chosen one, are you making space for your own strength? Are you sleeping like someone who's about to carry fire? Are you fueling your body like someone about to carry revelation? Are you making room for stillness like someone about to receive divine instruction? Because what's coming won't just challenge your beliefs, it will test your capacity. So start now. Get the rest. Hydrate. Feed yourself real nourishment, body, mind, and soul. Not because it's trendy, but because it's strategy. You can't carry God's glory in a broken vessel. But there's more. Your preparation isn't just physical, it's reflective. And here's where most people run. Because true reflection requires stillness. And stillness exposes everything you've tried to ignore. But hear me, you cannot step into divine acceleration while dragging unprocessed pain behind you. You cannot speak with spiritual authority while harboring silent confusion. You cannot lead anyone forward if you're still unsure why you were chosen to begin with. So stop, get still, and look back. Look at where you've come from. Look at the battles you thought would destroy you and how they refined you instead. Look at what God has already done through you, in spite of you. You didn't survive by accident. You didn't overcome just for survival's sake. You were being forged. Every delay, every heartbreak, every betrayal. It was shaping the warrior, the voice, the light that now stands here ready to be activated. But if you never stop to recognize the journey, you'll forget why you were ever walking. And right now, the universe needs clarity. God needs clarity in you. Because thoughts are not just thoughts in this hour. They are creative blueprints. And every intention you carry, whether fear or faith, will echo into the atmosphere and shape your reality. That's why mental awareness is non-negotiable right now. You must train your mind like a soldier trains for war. Every time fear whispers, "You're not ready," respond with, "I've been called." Every time doubt creeps in, declare, "My steps are ordered." Every time you feel unseen, affirm, "Heaven knows my name." Because the battlefield of this shift is internal before it ever manifests external. And the ones who win will be the ones who master their thoughts before their thoughts master them. So stay conscious, monitor what you feed your mind, guard what you allow into your ears, your spirit, your conversations. You are not in a season of entertainment, you are in a season of execution. Which brings us to the final command: activate your power. You are not here to observe this shift, you are here to participate in it. You are not here to wait for confirmation. You are here to be the confirmation someone else needs. Chosen one, this is not about perfection, it's about positioning. God has placed something inside of you that the earth is waiting to experience. And if you sit on it, if you delay, if you hide, if you stay small, people will stay blind, stay broken, stay bound. Because you were the one meant to lead them out. So rise, speak, move, step into your full expression. No more hesitation, no more second guessing. You've been called. And now you are being commissioned. And hear this clearly, you are not alone. Heaven has your back. The Spirit of God walks with you. And every ounce of resistance you face has already been accounted for in the strategy of heaven. You are ready, not because it's easy, not because you feel perfect, but because the assignment is bigger than your excuses. So take care of yourself like someone who carries destiny. Reflect like someone who walks with God. Think like someone who shapes atmospheres. And rise like someone whose time has finally come, because this shift won't wait, and neither should you. After the shift, walking in your new assignment. Chosen one, the shift has happened, not just around you, but in you. Not just a spiritual moment, but a divine activation. And now, as the cosmic energy begins to settle, you are standing on sacred ground, unshaken, unrecognizable, reborn. But don't get it twisted. This isn't the end of something. This is the beginning. You've crossed a threshold, and what's ahead requires more than understanding, it requires embodiment. Because after the fire, after the awakening, after the shaking of your old self comes the rise of your divine identity. So let's be real. What happens now? Here's the truth most people won't tell you. Transformation is permanent, but integration is intentional. You've received something holy. But what you do with it from this point forward determines the trajectory of your purpose. You are no longer who you were before this shift. That version of you? Gone. What remains is a vessel of divine clarity, a spirit that sees with new eyes, a soul tuned to a higher frequency. And now the question becomes, can you carry this power and still walk in humility, discipline, and purpose? Let's break it down. Your mind will be the first place the change becomes undeniable. Thoughts will come faster, sharper, more aligned. You'll begin to feel when something is off before it even manifests. You'll make decisions with clarity that once took you months of confusion. Why nothing? Because the veils are gone. God has removed the illusion, the distortion. You're no longer operating from a place of fear. You're moving from divine insight. And with that insight comes a burden. You can see clearly now, so you can no longer pretend you don't. You will know when it's time to walk away. You will know when it's time to speak. You will know when it's time to release, to rise, to lead. And you must act, because delay is disobedience. But let's not just talk about clarity. Let's talk about the calling. Because this shift didn't come just to make you feel spiritually elevated. It came to position you for divine leadership, to call you out from the background and set you in position. You are not just someone who has been awakened. You are someone who has been anointed. And now the mantle is resting on your shoulders to guide, to lead, to illuminate. That's not a metaphor, that's a heavenly commission. You are being positioned as a beacon for others, those still trapped in fear, confusion, and spiritual darkness. And your presence, your words, your energy will serve as confirmation that awakening is possible. But you must carry it well. Not with arrogance, but with authority. Not with perfection, but with presence. So what now? You reflect. Reflection is not a passive act, it is a sacred mirror. Look at what God just walked you through. Look at what has shifted inside you. Look at how your perception has changed. Look at the clarity you now possess. Do not rush past this moment. Sit in the stillness. Let your soul speak. Let God speak, because He's not finished. He's only just begun revealing your next steps. This is the part most people miss. They awaken, but they don't integrate. They feel the fire, but they don't carry the flame. But you're different, Ed. You know this wasn't just about personal breakthrough. This was about being equipped to influence the world around you. And as that truth settles in, understand resistance will come. Yes, even after the shift, you'll feel internal tension, old wounds surfacing, patterns reappearing, attachments you thought were dead trying to find their way back in. Don't panic. Don't regress. Don't mislabel this turbulence. Because hear me, this is not failure. This is final cleansing. God is surfacing the last remnants of who you used to be, not to shame you, but to free you. The temptation will be to think, maybe I haven't changed. But the truth is, you're changing so rapidly that what's rising is the resistance to your elevation. And you must meet it with wisdom, with grace, with spiritual authority. Let go, not gently, decisively. Release whatever tries to tether you to your former self. Whether it's an emotion, a belief, a relationship, or a routine. If it cannot go where you're headed, it must be left behind, because where you're headed requires full capacity, full surrender, full embodiment. So, chosen one, this is your moment, not just to celebrate that the shift happened, but to declare with your actions, your mindset, your presence. I am the shift. I am the evidence. I am the vessel God is using to usher in a new era. Own it, walk in it, live it. The world is already changing. Now it's your turn to step in as the change agent you were born to be. After the shift, your next assignment has already begun. Chosen one, the shift is complete, but your work has just begun. The energy has moved. The veil has lifted. The divine current has surged through your spirit, and now you stand on the other side of something sacred. But don't mistake this moment of stillness for an ending. This is not the finish line. This is your entry point into the next dimension of your calling. Let me ask you, can you feel it? Can you feel the difference in the atmosphere around you, in the way your heart beats, in how your thoughts move now with clarity instead of confusion? This isn't just a spiritual upgrade. This is a full initiation. And with that comes responsibility. With clarity comes calling. With awakening comes assignment. But you cannot carry your assignment if you're not anchored in your truth. That's why now, more than ever, you must stay grounded, stay centered, stay aligned. The energies around you will still swirl, the world will still shake, but your role as a chosen one is to remain unmoved, unshaken, uncompromised. You must return to the spiritual practices that held you through the storm: prayer, meditation, grounding. Because spiritual elevation without spiritual structure will collapse under pressure. Stay grounded, stay centered, stay aligned. These words must become your anchor. Repeat them, live them, let them become your rhythm. And remember this, the shift wasn't the finish, it was the foundation. You're not here to celebrate what happened yesterday. You're here to build on it today. You're here to live it out tomorrow. This isn't a spiritual high to admire. This is a spiritual lifestyle to embody. Your journey continues, deeper, wider, holier. There will be more to learn. There will be more to surrender. There will be more to receive. But only if you stay open. Only if you remain a student, even as you become the teacher. That's the paradox of the chosen one. You are both vessel and voice, student and guide, healer and healed. You were chosen not just to be transformed, but to become transformation for others. There are people right now who are awakening in confusion. There are people who feel the pull of the Spirit but don't yet know how to respond. And you carry the light that can help them see. You carry the wisdom that can help them understand. You carry the authority that can help them align. So what will you do with what you now carry? Will you keep it to yourself, or will you become the bridge? Will you wait for someone else to rise, or will you accept that you are the one God has appointed? Not later, now, not someday, today. Stay grounded, stay centered, stay aligned. This is not just a reminder. This is your strategy, because as you lead others, you will be stretched. As you speak truth, you will be tested. As you shine light, you will face shadows. But none of this will shake you if you remain rooted in your divine identity. You are here not just to grow, but to guide, not just to awaken, but to activate, not just to receive, but to release. Chosen one, this is your spiritual responsibility, and it is sacred. Every word you speak in alignment becomes a ripple. Every step you take in obedience becomes a map. Every moment you live in truth becomes a seed. So I challenge you, are you planting what you were entrusted with? You've been given access to divine insight. You've been entrusted with wisdom forged in spiritual fire. You've been positioned by heaven to play a role that only you can fulfill. And now you must walk in that role. Not with fear, not with doubt, but with boldness, with reverence, with full surrender. Because the world is not waiting for another influencer. The world is waiting for a real messenger. Someone who's been through the fire and came out carrying flame. Someone who doesn't just speak of awakening, but is awakening. Someone who isn't shaken by the storm, because they are the calm within it. That someone is you. You are now a steward of something holy, and the universe is watching what you do with it. So stay grounded, stay centered, stay aligned. You are not alone. you have never been alone. God has walked with you through the entire process, and He's not about to stop now. This is your time. This is your assignment, and this is just the beginning. The shift wasn't your destination, it was your divine launch. And what comes next depends on your obedience. The shift is not coming, it's already here, and you, yes, you, the chosen one, are not standing on the sidelines. You are in the center of it all. You are not a spectator. You are a divine participant in a transformation that was written before time began. What you are feeling in your spirit right now is not just emotion, it's confirmation. A confirmation in that you have been called for such a time as this. So let me ask you this. What if everything you've walked through was preparing you for this moment? What if your pain was never meant to destroy you, but to refine you? What if the delays, the battles, the silence were all part of a divine strategy to unlock your highest purpose? Let that settle for a moment. Because now the shift is no longer outside of you. It's in you, and it's real. You've felt it, that deep, undeniable pull towards something greater. A knowing in your spirit that won't let you settle for the ordinary. That's not coincidence, that's a call. That's your spirit recognizing the signal of heaven, awakening you to your divine role. Tonight, something sacred has been activated in your life. And nothing, no doubt, no delay, no distraction, can stop what God has already set into motion. This is not just an emotional high or a spiritual moment. This is alignment, divine alignment. The kind that shifts atmospheres and rewrites destinies. The kind that reminds you that you were never meant to fit into this world because you were created to transform it. Let me be clear, you are not just waking up. You are rising into clarity, rising into purpose, rising into a season where you will no longer question who you are, but declare it with boldness and power. You've been prepared for this. Every prayer you whispered in the dark, every time you chose faith when fear was screaming louder, every moment you stayed grounded when everything around you was shaking, that was training. And now is your time to walk in the fullness of what you've been prepared for. Can you feel that stirring? That sense that something within you is unlocking? That's not just inspiration, that's impartation. The Holy Spirit is aligning your steps. God is not just visiting, He is dwelling in you, guiding you, leading you forward with purpose and divine precision. This isn't hype, this is holy, and it's happening now. You have been chosen, not randomly, not accidentally, but intentionally. You carry wisdom the world needs. You carry light that darkness cannot extinguish. And you carry a mantle of leadership that will ignite change in places that have been dry for far too long. You are not an afterthought. You are a vessel of heaven, handpicked to deliver truth in a time of confusion, love in a time of fear, and hope in a time of despair. So I ask you again, are you ready to walk in your calling without apology? Are you willing to step into your assignment even if it scares you? Because the shift is not just about you, it's about what God will do through you. This is just the beginning, and what's ahead, limitless. The transformation taking place in you will ripple across every area of your life, and it won't stop with you. Your obedience will unlock freedom in your family, restoration in your community, and revival in your generation. You are not rising alone. As you ascend, others will follow. That's why your courage matters. That's why your yes to God echoes louder than you realize. Stay grounded, stay faithful, stay aligned. The tools you have developed, meditation, prayer, silence, discernment, are no longer just practices. They are weapons, and you are being equipped to move with strategy, with power, and with peace that passes understanding. The universe isn't resisting you. It's rearranging itself around the authority you now carry. And so I leave you with this. Walk with boldness. Speak with authority. Move with intention. You were born to lead this shift. You were chosen to be the spark that sets divine fire in motion. Let no fear distract you. Let no past mistake define you. You have crossed the threshold. The old you is gone. The real you, the called, the awakened, the anointed, is now walking in the light of truth. God is with you, every step, every breath, every decision. And what He started in you, He will complete. Now go, shine, shift, rise. And if this word spoke to your spirit, don't hold it in. Share it in the comments. Speak what you're seeing. Declare what's being awakened in you. You're not alone. There's a rising army of chosen ones who are walking this same path. Together, we're building a movement. Together, we are answering the call. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being open. And thank you for saying yes, not just to the message, but to your mission. The shift is real. Your time is now, and the best is still unfolding.